I have never seen so much carnage unfold in a race, all because of one car. This car was a backmarker and also bearing the number 13. And as we know, some might say this is an unlucky number. It definitely was for me and many others today. So I was out on the Formula 4 cars at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. This is a really cool track. I've never actually been here before, so I was testing out a new AI application. So if you hear any kind of voice in the sound, or you see the overlay, I'm using Trophy System, and it's a really cool system that I'm going to be making a video about in the future. But while I was in this race, I was in P3, doing really good, and I guess I have two reasons why I want to make this video today. One is to ask you guys, maybe what could I have done better? Because this guy was trying to pass me, but it's the kind of guy, yes, he could maybe pass you once and you're only pulling him along with your slipstream. But if I was to let him pass me, he would slow us both down, because then we start fighting with each other. So it was obvious what he was doing. He got pissed off, he was down in P20, but he still wanted to have a bit of a scrap and prove to the top guys on the podium, hey, I belong up here. So let me know what you think that if I could have done anything better there. Secondly, it's just to be able to identify this thing. Like, if you've ever seen this before, or if you've never seen this before, if you're new to iRacing, this is a very rare instance, but this can happen sometimes where someone just gets so angry and they will interfere with your race. So you got to watch out for this. This guy even goes on to say that he wants to become the villain of iRacing. I'm not joking.
I think the only thing that I can do is the installation of iRacing, man.
So I think for the sake of explaining the story, I'm just going to play it out as it is in the clips. It's just kind of pieced together. You can kind of watch it, and then afterwards have a little discussion about just what happened. Maybe if I done something wrong, which maybe I did, but we'll have a look at the end. If anything, I was just trying to defend and hold on to my spot. But, you know, I trusted someone who was a bit too emotional and who had just proclaimed themselves as the villain of iRacing. So if there's a learning point from me, do not go side by side with someone who is now the self-proclaimed villain of iRacing. So here is my little Friday evening drive.
And aim for this tightening right, carry 5 km/h more from entry to exit to gain that 0.15 seconds.
Kelvin, you know what you're doing is wrong. Will you just let people pass? You're interfering with a race.
For turn 1, improve by carrying 5 km/h more through the corner. In turn 3, reduce your brake peak pressure by 5% to smooth out your entry.
You're destroying my race, man. I'm in 3rd position.
You are too slow, man. What can I do? I must stop or what? It's my race also.
You're interfering. You go fast and then you go slow. If you were fast, you would actually be fast. You would get away from me, but you don't.
For turn 12, brake 5 meters earlier and ease off by 20% to hit the optimal
go
line.
In the first corner in the whole race and push everything out. And then you say, oh, get blue back, I must go, I must go.
13, you're the one who caused the incident on the first lap, just so you know.
I must say sorry for my entry, but the first shit what somebody is doing in the first corner with cold tires, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, but
Tap and you got really upset, dude. I mean, I understand it, but you're overreacting a little bit.
have you practiced breathing techniques?
What I'm feeling that I raced this shit race for 2 days and I have only minus points because some idiot kill us everybody in the first corner with cold tires.
Sounds like the common denominator is you, Kelvin.
I think the only thing that I can do is the installation of iRacing, man.
Trust me, bro. I've had a few bad races too. Calvin, that was fucking ridiculous, man.
Hey, please look the replay, Luca. You kicking me.
Calvin, maybe switch to Destruction Derby.
Mate, you're a back marker and you spun into me on a corner where I left you space.
Maybe Minecraft will be a little more his speed, you know.
We see you all in the next race, man. I come here with a clean head, but you guys destroy my whole brain.
It's the first time I raced you, mate, and you fucked up my race. It's not very nice, huh?
I didn't fuck your race, man.
Mate, you slowed me down 3 times, smashed into me, took me out of the race, and fought me as a back marker in P20. You, sir, need to clean your crack pipe before you smoke it. So, the actual incident that took place, this is turn 2 in Indianapolis. He's on my inside, I'm on the outside. He's trying to go up the inside to just kind of get a run on me. We were kind of side by side here. And I left him a heap of space on the inside of the corner, obviously known because he's angry. There might be a few tears rolling down the cheek and all this stuff. Even still, though, you can see the space I left. He still has the back step out into me and just climb over my car and absolutely destroy my race. So this isn't to throw hate on Kelvin, because it doesn't really matter who it is or how it happens. It happened in a live race. It was my only race I was recording. That's just the way it is. So, you know, it's a shame in that regard, but like at the end of the day, it's just, this can happen in any race. If you're new in iRacing, just know to expect. Sometimes you may see back markers, and if they're getting very emotional, you see the whole chat has been screaming their name all race, maybe just keep an eye out, really leave a lot of space, and if you got to lose a position or 2 or 3, it's better than losing a hell of a ton of I rating or even a demotion or losing a lot of safety rating, just to give these kind of people extra kind of space. You know, I've never seen this before where someone was visibly, you know, that emotional in a race. It can happen. You can get very frustrated. You know what I mean? There's nothing special about him. We're all in this together. We all race the same simulator. You know, crap happens. We get really, really frustrated. That's fine. It's how you bounce back. You see it in my videos all the time. You know, everything could be fine. Snap of a finger later, bang, I get hit with something. And it's like, you just kind of got to keep going. You know what I mean? You just have to take it for what it is, but you can't let the tears start fucking, you know, all the salty tears hitting your tongue, and then you start giving out to other people and going a bit kind of kamikaze on people's races, resorting to saying you're the villain of iRacing. You know what I mean? It's not very good for the sim. But as I said at the start of the video, one thing I'm very curious about, if you think there was a way I could have survived this, because I know there's a lot of people out there with really cool perspectives, what would you do if you were in this position where you have a back marker who is on top of you? The overlap is there. And yes, he was whatever, 1.4 KI rating, and he could do a quick hot lap. Now, you know, race by race, I probably would have beat him. But, you know, here and there, he was able to hang tight with me. You know, he was driving with that fire. So, like, you know, like he was there. He was definitely there. But, like, what would you have done? You know, should I slow down or should I just try my best to get away? But I don't want to overdrive the car. I'm doing my best then anyway. So, very interesting one. I'm very interested to hear what you guys would do down below. But yeah, this guy, unfortunately, he lost his cool. And this is what it looks like when someone loses their cool. Hopefully this helps you to identify when someone loses their cool. And yeah, be safe out there, guys. Always check your mirrors, check the vibe, have a look what's going on, and be safe.